Mr. Subramanian, let me address the issue of used cases and what we need to focus on from both an India and a Sweden perspective. And, you know, at least as far as India is concerned, some of the big access deficits that we're faced with, we just talked about health as being one of them, education is another area. Where do you believe we need to focus our attention, both public as well as the private sector?
Thank you. As an institute, what we do, we are a not-for-profit organization that is funded by various governments, and we provide AI services which addresses the needs of the underserved in India. We have got over 30 projects in education, healthcare, and in agriculture. It's very interesting because one of the ways we have approached this is using the fundamentals of how you learn a market and how you succeed in a market, which means you have to be embedded in it. There's a lot of talk about bias in AI. I would argue that the bias starts with the analysis in the human mind. And if we can control our ability to ensure that we are ethical, unbiased, sincere, and depend on our cognitive abilities to see what is there. One of the great challenges we have in AI is to set aside some of our learnings completely, because our learnings tend to bias us as well. We have deep beliefs, and once you have a belief, you will look for data that obviously supports that belief. It's exactly the other way around. The day you decide that I will see things for what they are, and you understand that in order for releasing anything into production, you should have a commitment to do a few things in AI. Because AI is going to see very small data before it goes out there, you have to be very humble in your approach. You have to realize that your solution will never be complete when you release it. You have to continuously iterate. You have to address the needs of individuals who have not held a smartphone in their life. You have to understand the needs at a human level. That's what we stand for. When you work in the social space, we have a fascinating discovery of matching human needs with the highest advances of technology. And the only way you can be successful is by embodying a human sense of ethics in the way you approach it. It's very easy going wrong in that. And it's very easy blaming a whole host of other things except ourselves.
No, you're right, but I'm going to try and bring this back to what we are seeing happen as far as specific companies are concerned. And Kamal, let me ask you about what we're seeing happen at the Volvo Group. If we can get the microphone across to you. You know, the kind of investments that you're making, the use cases that you're seeing at this point in time, and what you believe is likely to be the roadmap for the next 3 to 5 years.
Thank you, Shereen. I think when it comes to our industry, especially the trucking industry, I think AI is a big boon, I would say, because I think if I look at the challenges our industry faces, globally the efficiency of trucking is less than 50%, which means 50% of the time a truck is moving air, it is not moving cargo. So that's a huge challenge. So with AI, companies have the gumption to aspire to say that we can reach 90% efficiency, which means that whether it is route planning, load optimization, load aggregation, I think a huge problem can be solved, and this is running into billions and billions of dollars of savings for the world. So I think that's one, efficiency. When it comes to India itself, I think the whole trucking, I mean, our cost, our logistics cost is almost 14-15% of GDP. We can help, I think, a lot of AI tools along with sensors and other perception equipment can be clubbed to really do that. But then I can go on and on. There are, whether it is in manufacturing, the robotic process automation we can bring in driver coaching. A lot of stuff is happening, and this is for real. I mean, at Volvo Group, we are doing all of this, and we believe that that's going to be the way forward. It is there, and you will see on the Indian roads, a lot of these features are coming in. And of course, we are also talking of safety, 100% safer, 100% more productive, 100% fossil free. So I think, to my mind, that's going to be the way forward in our automotive industry and particularly the trucking industry.
Well, that's good to hear, Sujata and Arun. I'm going to come to you now. Sujata, I'll start by asking you, just to pick up on what we heard there from Kamal, and there are many estimates, and I'm just going to bring to your attention an estimate from PwC, which talks about 15.7 trillion as being the potential contribution to the global economy by 2030 from AI, and up to 26% boost in GDP for local economies from AI by 2030. So, Sujata, explain to me how you see things, and at a practical, tangible level, what you're seeing change specifically for you.
We see a very good opportunity in this. At Mantos global level, we have set up a very big strategy goal for ourselves for AI. And what we are looking at, that not only it can help us to increase our predictive maintenance setups, how we can predict them, because we are more into the manufacturing. And in that case, what happens, suddenly a machine stops, and then whatever jobs you're doing, there's a huge loss to the productivity. So that could be overcome. So that is in our goals. We have already started using AI in our quality products, reviewing the quality of product manufacturing. And it's been very useful for saving the cost, because when you are working in a production line, checking the quality by human eye is lesser efficient than an AI setup. And I completely agree with Mr. Mosam on the point that how do we look at how people are going to use this AI technology. So in our strategic goals, we are also setting up various talent review programs where our own workforce could be given training to use the AI setups, which will be utilized and developed by our R&D to bring it. So in short, I would say we look forward that by using AI processes in our manufacturing, we will be increasing the revenues, and it will be a solution providing a setup for our products to the customer, because we are adding a value to it.
Nitin, very quickly, what are you going to be focusing on?
We are a technology company, and what we're seeing in the industry is that there is a lot of interest in AI. It does help in customer experience because you're getting all this data and analyzing it and giving the right offers and the right promotions and, building customer loyalty. At the same time, I'll just point out a bit of on the risk side. We've heard AI is good,
yeah.
But I believe that on the risk side, I think Mr. Krishnan put it very aptly.
AI is still good. AI use is questionable.
Yeah. No,
I think we've established that now.
Not the use, but the fact that we have, the Project Bhashni, I think we didn't talk about that, which is very important, because you see, we deal with the billions of people in India, and that becomes very important. I think we talked about skill gap. There are a lot of organizations that want to do AI, but there is a challenge on using it aptly and creating that potential. And the last one, on the data privacy, which we picked on, and I'm glad that India came out with this, personal data protection bill, which ensures that it's used ethically.
Thank you very much for joining us here on this special edition of the Global Dialogue here from the Swedish Embassy as part of the Nobel Memorial Week. From all of us here on the team, goodbye. Many thanks for watching. We'll see you again shortly. Stay tuned to CNBC-TV18.